Restoration Church, welcome to another edition of The Leftovers, where we go through some of the stuff that we didn't have time for on Sunday morning, because believe it or not, I don't get to say everything that goes into my brain on a Sunday morning. I got to save some of it for the leftovers, and that's what this is. This last week we talked about an ancient model for modern day conflict. We look at Jacob and Laban and how to agree to disagree, basically, at the end of it. And we pointed to some scripture in Romans 12. It was Romans 12:18, and it said, "If possible, so far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all." And we just shared that verse. And once you know, this is just the way it goes. This week, after I preached this message, I got an opportunity to live out this disagreement thing, to live out this conflict, and see if I've learned anything as a pastor and someone who preaches this message, to apply it to my own life. I was selling a TV on Facebook Marketplace, and which has always been a great place for me to sell stuff, to buy stuff, whatever it is. I've never had any issues there. I had this TV for sale. And this younger person decided that I had it priced too high. And instead of just telling me that it was priced too high, he told me that it was priced too high and that I was very ignorant. And I responded and said, "I don't think I'm ignorant. I'm just going to price the TV at this and we'll see what happens." And he said, "Yeah, you're ignorant. And if that bothers you, you're a snowflake." And so I got called an ignorant snowflake by someone on the internet over a TV that I had for sale. And in my mind, the entire time, I'm thinking, live peaceably with all, live peaceably with all, live peaceably with all, because I wanted to attack. I wanted to go after him and put him in his place as this young kid. I've never felt more like an older man than I did in this moment in trying to give this kid some direction, because I've ended it all with saying, you know what, just be good to people. People are good people here on the marketplace. We try to do what we can. We negotiate. If you don't like the price, then just be humble about it and just treat people with respect. And he didn't reply back to that, but it was this idea. I felt like such an old man giving this young whippersnapper some advice. And so that was my experience this week with trying to live peaceably with all, as much as it depends on me to do so. And there was a whole big part of me that I was like, I just wanted to go after the kid, but I didn't. I was close. I was very close, but I didn't do it. So I was tested, and I'm never going to preach about conflict again because that kind of stuff happens. But I wanted to dive in some of the scripture. So we were in Romans 12:18 for just that one verse, but actually there's a lot to this verse, surrounding this verse, that I think that we could pick up. I mean, I gave you what to do, but we didn't really give the how to do it. We did a little bit to approach with humility and lead with transparency, and then to look through the lens of Jesus. But what does that tangibly look like for us? And thankfully, Romans 12, Paul wrote this down for us to look at. And it starts in verse 9. And we've gone over this before as a church, but it's a good reminder, especially for this day and age and where we find ourselves. So Romans 12, verse 9 says this: "Let love be genuine. Abhor what is evil. Hold fast to what is good. Love one another with brotherly affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. Do not be slothful in zeal, but fervent. Be fervent in spirit. Serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient in tribulation. Be constant in prayer. Contribute to the needs of the saints and seek to show hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse them, even those who are going to mock you on Facebook Marketplace." That's not in there. I added that part in there. Verse 15, "Rejoice with those who rejoice. Weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be haughty, but associate with the lowly. Never be wise in your own sight. Repay no one evil for evil, but give thought to do what is honorable in the sight of all. If possible, so far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all." I'm going to stop right there. That's a list. That's a list. And if you want to get that tattooed somewhere on your body, maybe on your face, so that every morning when you look at yourself in the mirror, you see that what you have to do to be marked as a Christian here in today's society. And I challenge you today in whatever time you have this week, with everyone that you come into contact with, practice this list. I would say for the rest of this week, which I know is just tomorrow and Saturday, and if you're watching this at another time, then whatever the rest of the week looks like for you. Whatever it looks like for you, I encourage you to just keep going over this list. I'm going to say it again, Romans 12, verses 9 through 18. Just keep reading it over and over and over again, and hopefully it'll stick. And hopefully I don't have to preach about conflict again. All right. We'll see you guys on Sunday.